Why do people really buy? It's because of the client experience. Hey guys, my name is Joey Thomas, entrepreneur and small business educator here with 17 hats. Why do people spend money with some brands and they decide they don't want anything to do with others? Why do they make choices which brands to choose or which places that they want to invest their money? It's the client experience. See, many of us, as we are starting our businesses, are incredibly eager to get out in the world and just show people what we have to offer. We have ideas and ideas that seem incredible and ideas you feel that you can make real money with. So we have ideas, right? So it's go time. Let's just run with them and people are going to spend money. Well, that's not always the case, is it? See, let's talk about ideas for a second. All great ideas should start with you answering just a few simple questions. What problem am I trying to solve, and how is it going to change the experience of the people that I'm solving it for? What impact can it actually make in the market or with this group of people? Okay, people don't just buy products or services. They think they do. They're actually buying into an experience. It's an experience with a service or product that solves their problem and gives them a better outcome than if they didn't have you. For example, let's take a look at a simple product, right? The Bluetooth headset. I think I have maybe 3 or 4 different types of Bluetooth headsets. Now, did wired headsets just stop working? Was there just not another way to talk on the phone or to listen to media before Bluetooth? Bluetooth headsets are so popular, and I would say that some people feel it's an absolute necessity today, but not just because of the utility of the device, which is just listening to a phone call or speaking or listening to media of some sort, but it's because of the experience of listening or talking on the phone was significantly upgraded. See, we can listen now without the freedom of not being entangled in cables. And even though charging up these devices can be a little bit of a bummer and creates another obstacle, the freedom and the experience of using the devices far outweighs the cost. Okay, so what would I do if I was to jump into the market and I wanted to develop a new Bluetooth headset? Maybe I could ask myself, what other problem am I really trying to solve? How will it impact the current experience? And how will it change the way that people function today while listening or watching media? So I could think about ideas like maybe I want to increase the range to 200 feet or 300 feet so I could just freely move about upstairs or downstairs and I can still hear the TV or be on a phone call and I can leave my phone charging in the living room, right? Or just going around the office. Or I might want audiophile quality sound because I love music. So I would love audiophile quality sound that I could just adjust the tones, maybe just with a swipe on the earbud. Maybe I want custom molded earpieces that never ever fall out. I think there's something out there that's like that, but that would be awesome. I can go on and on. But here's my point. No matter what service or product you have to offer it with the experience in mind. They have to feel something. They have to feel excited about the prospect of using your service just beyond its utility, just beyond what it's for, right? People have to be able to envision themselves enjoying it, benefiting from it. That's what really gets them excited about working with you or even jumping to a new brand from someone else that they're using. So how can we craft a rock star experience for all of our clients? Let's be honest here. I think we all want to be treated like VIPs if we're dropping some serious change with a nice brand. If we walked into a Mercedes dealership, the interactions really matter. If we step into a Louis Vuitton store, experience is key. We want to feel special. We don't just want to be another invoice number. We want to know that we matter. Well, guys, your clients feel the exact same way. See, loyalty, client retention, and referrals. That's the trifecta of successful client experiences. So to create a remarkable, scalable, and sustainable brand, we need a client's journey to result in those three things, which is loyalty, client retention, and referrals. But how? All right, let's walk through this together. Number one, connect, connect, connect. Connection is the foundation of trust. I actually did another video about connection. See, I've tried to find as many opportunities to connect with a new client. When a lead comes in, I automatically send emails through 17 Hats. It gets to them immediately. A video welcome comes from me right through 17 Hats. I want to make a very, very quick connection. So the more we connect with our clients, the deeper that trust is built. And it's more likely that they will come to you again or refer you to their friends. That vital, vital feeling of connection comes from a client knowing that you're always aware of their needs, their wants, and that you care. So now, when a potential client initially sees your website and reaches out to you, they're anticipating a prompt response. They are excited and they hope that the feeling is mutual. Unfortunately, many times prospective clients don't hear back in a timely manner. I mean, wow, what a missed opportunity. I can't tell you the amount of times I hear people tell me or clients tell me that no one else reached out back to them, that no one else responded to them. It just blows my mind. Our primary job, once they get excited when they're on your website or they get a referral, our job is to maintain that feeling of excitement and anticipation through the entire client journey. Now, if you can do that, if you can deliver on your initial promises, you have created a trumpet-blowing client for life, right? Meanwhile, the fastest way to kill your momentum is to fail to connect and connect often. Now, if your clients go a couple of weeks without hearing from you, their anxiety could go through the roof. Let's say they go a month. Let's say they go 2 months. Their anxiety will go through the roof, and nothing good ever comes from that. Okay, so number two, after you connect, I want you to set expectations and follow through. We all love to know what's coming next when we're working with a service-driven business or a new brand. You know what it does? It gives us a peace of mind. If we can always set expectations, starting with your response to leads, and continue that through your sales meetings, continue that through delivery, right? Set expectations. For example, like I said a few minutes ago, when I respond to the initial lead, I send a questionnaire with an email and lets them know what's coming up next. As soon as that lead comes in through the lead form through 17 Hats, the questionnaire is automated and it lets them know that our next step is to jump on a quick phone call so that I can better serve your needs. So I am setting those expectations and scheduling a call with that client. Now, I want you to embrace the idea of specifying next steps. It's crucial to setting expectations and maintaining that all-important momentum. You'll hear me talk about momentum a lot. Not only does it keep you accountable for the client's overall experience, but it ensures that you lead in the client's journey. Okay, so when we set expectations, we create what's called an open loop and a sense of anticipation. In a successful client experience, these open loops need to be closed, right? So once we set the expectation, we have to deliver. So let me say it again. We have to deliver. If we don't deliver on these promises, that sense of anticipation just turns into tension. It turns into frustration. And when frustration rears its ugly head, it is almost impossible to regain your client's trust. See, that spells doom for the client experience. All right, so number 3, map the client journey. A remarkable client experience doesn't just happen by accident. You have to craft it. You have to make it strategic and intentional, but that doesn't mean it has to be difficult, right? So let's just keep this simple by answering these 3 easy questions when creating what I call a client journey map, okay? So there are 4 phases of an overall client journey, especially in service-based businesses. 1, it's leads. You are vetting a client. You have a lead capture form. It comes through. You're vetting a client. You're connecting with them. You're talking to them. Next is booking. Booking is just the part where they're paying for the service or signing a contract with you. Once they are a client now, it's onboarding. You're teaching and educating and setting expectations along the way as they're your client. And then finally, you have fulfillment. You're delivering on your promise. Now, I said we have to ask a few questions, right? So for each phase, I want you to ask yourself, what action do I want my client to take next? So let's go back to the 4 sections. We have leads, we have booking, we have onboarding and fulfillment. So what action do I want them to take next when a lead comes in? What action do I want them to take next after they book? So ask this question. Now here's the thing that I love, because my background's in psychology, so I love the emotions that are built during the client experience. So here's the next question. What emotion would I like my client to feel? Okay, so when they're booking, do you want them to feel excited? When you are onboarding and educating them, do you want them to feel, and here's the thing, if they end up feeling tense or if they end up feeling anxiety, it's the wrong emotion. You're probably not setting expectations and connecting often enough, right? So you want them to feel an emotion that really drives this relationship forward. So now once you answer these questions, you can now map out a strategy. You can write out the steps that you have to take within each phase of the client journey. What are you going to do to get that emotion? How are you going to get them to take the next step, right? And that's how you get the actions you want and the responses you want. Now, you can use all types of modes of communication in order to do that. Emails, phone calls, video conferencing, personalized videos, in-person meetings, questionnaires. You can use any one of those things to really further this client journey along, right? So just choose one of those means and just strategically plug those things in and make it consistent. Okay, next. Cut yourself a break and automate. Now, I have to say, life gets hectic. I am a dad of 2 little kids, right? My little girl is about to turn 7. She's counting down the days. And my boy is going to be a teenager at the end of the year. So life gets hectic between home, between work, between multiple businesses, between family. It could get hectic. Especially these days. So now on top of the complexity of all the running a business and sharing home offices or telecommuting or, virtual schooling and all of this stuff, man, it's no wonder that we have dropped the ball at some point or another. So let's cut ourselves a break and make it easy. Let's focus on the single best thing we can do, and that's automate. We can automate a few things. Automate the lead response. Automate a questionnaire going out. Automate as many parts of your business as you can, right? So I understand that chaos can abound, right, in any business, especially today. A lot of our meetings are home, and are from home. And when you working from home or even from an office, you tend to wear 1,000 hats, right? You're trying to juggle all the jobs. But the good news is there are great tools out there. Like I said, I mentioned once before, I use 17 hats. It helps me control the chaos, right? And I come out at the end more confident. And your clients will be much better taken care of. Now, of course, automation and workflows is not ever going to replace human interaction, but it does enhance the experience and it provides some efficiency and consistency along the way, right? In fact, I often create, say, videos of myself instead of just humdrum emails that can seem like a chore after a while. And I send those and I schedule those as part of the client experience. These videos really do help you connect and be a human, not just some transactional robot, right? So the next thing I want to talk to you about is feedback. Feedback is growth. Okay, so Elon Musk has a quote. It says, "I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better." So lastly, ask for and act on feedback. Feedback, it can be quite scary. What if I did something wrong? What if my clients aren't happy? But asking for feedback promotes transparency and clarity, and that's fantastic. That's fantastic to have in a client experience. Clients love to know that their voice matters and that you are continually trying to be better. Not only will it strengthen the relationship in your current clients, but it's going to allow you to analyze and reassess the whole client journey and make it better for the clients in the future. Bob Dignan said, when one human being speaks to another, he or she needs to experience two very fundamental things. They need to know that they have been understood, and they need to feel what they said has some form of value. So being valued and feeling understood can be a game changer in the client journey. In order to accomplish this, getting feedback is key. And lastly, guys, I just want you to really obsess over the client journey. Really think about how they're acting and feeling through the whole process, right? So in summary, always connect, always set expectations, follow through on your promises, and automate as much of the experience as possible. And finally, ask for feedback. Do these things and you will craft a rock star client experience. You'll build incredible client loyalty and ultimately get more referrals than you can handle. So guys, thank you once again for hanging out with me. I hope I was able to just give you a few nuggets that you can implement in your business today. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe to the 17 Hats channel. I'll be back with many more videos just like this. Thank you and see you guys again soon.